Teresa Meares, founder of TM Consulting and author of CARE, Effective Leadership Through the Control of Emotions. And I have a few tips for you today on how to build a strong team that will lead to employee retention. The first tip that I have for you is get to know your team. Understand who works for you and what their experiences are, what their goals are, and what drives them. I've often found that people take jobs sometimes to make ends meet if they got laid off from a corporate job, and they may bring 20 years of experience of HR, marketing, technology, and sometimes we forget to learn about a person. If somebody's doing an hourly job, sometimes we think that's just their skill set, but they may be highly educated and highly experienced. You can utilize that experience, and then you will show them that you value their input. So get to know who your team members are. And then once you understand who your team members are, make sure they're in the right seat. Because if an employee is in a seat that is not really their strength, as a leader, you're able to identify that as you learn more about them and speak with them. And then when you can put them in a position that really plays to their strengths, but allows them to also improve or learn other things that they may be weak in. Once you've learned about them and they understand that they have feedback and that you care, then you have built trust. And when you build trust with an employee, you can give them feedback. When you've created that relationship of trust, they know that you're coming at them as a leader, as a communicator, as someone who can mentor them, and you can give them positive and negative feedback, and it usually will end in a more motivating conversation. Don't always do what a person did wrong. We also want to do the things they did right. But at the end of the day, when you have a meeting with them, if you know who they are and they trust you, that feedback will be well received and you will see improvement on what the person needs to improve on. So trust is very important. They should always leave your office or a meeting motivated. No matter what they did right or wrong, they should always leave motivated. And if they do leave motivated, guess what? You just accomplished tip 1 and 2. And then the final tip is to have collaboration. Allow your team to participate in team functions. Allow them to participate in providing you feedback. If you're creating a new product, if you're going to market, if you're planning something, developing new technology, you need to have everyone's input to understand how best to approach the solution. And getting feedback from your employees and your team members is critical to that. And when you collaborate, you understand they feel like they're a part of the solution and they can accomplish their goals and creating something or being a part of something that was amazing. So having collaboration allows them to give their feedback. So you have to make sure that you're accessible. You have to make sure that they're able to give you communication. And then you also have to make sure that you follow up on that communication and feedback. They may come to you with an idea. The idea may not be good. That's okay. Thank you for your idea. Here are some of the reasons why we can't do that now, but your input was very valuable. It's a very simple thing to do. Doesn't mean you always have to listen to everything and do everything they ask or say, because we know employees can sometimes do that. But validating their collaboration, their feedback, and then giving them feedback on whether it's a good idea, a bad idea, or what you can do with it will also create an environment where the employee is happy and they feel like they're needed and wanted and respected. And that will lead to a very strong team, and that will lead to high employee retention. You can find more about me on my website at teresameares.com, and you can also learn about my book. It's called CARE. The 4 traits of a leader is confidence, authenticity, responsibility, and empathy. And when you bring those 4 things into a relationship, whether it's a leadership or a peer, you will have a good success in anything that you want to do in business.